Hello everyone, and welcome to Clash for Noobs. Now, this is going to be a multi-part series. I'll be uploading this whenever whenever things are going wrong and I figure things out and I don't have enough time to record 2 videos, or something like that. So yeah. Now, I'm not showing you Deck 4 because that's got the card that I unlocked, the legendary that I was talking about. Anyways, so yeah, this is going to be the only video for today. Now, here's some of the key things that you want to look for when building a deck. Now, usually you want a win condition. Usually, win conditions are something like the Elite Barbarians, the Royal Giants, Hog Rider, the Giant. The Goblin Barrel is another big one. The Princess is considered a... Oh. Okay, never mind. I guess you won't be waiting till tomorrow. I got the Night Witch. Anyways, the Princess is another example of a win condition. Now these win conditions are usually meant to basically be your main way of doing damage to the tower. So if I was building a deck, so I'm going to use the Hog Rider as an example. Okay? Now the Hog Rider is good in decks such as like a Hog Cycle deck, which is usually when 3.0 elixir or 3 elixir or less for the average elixir cost. Anything over 4 is considered expensive, or is considered a heavy deck. Now, heavy decks are usually used with an elixir collector. I don't usually use the elixir collector because I'm not too good with them, so I'm not going to be showing you how to do heavy decks until I figure that out more. Next, you're going to want usually a couple of spell cards. Usually, you're going to want a low damage one, such as Zap or Arrows. Usually I prefer Zap because it allows you to reset a card, such as a Sparky, which is a really powerful card, who does a huge amount of damage when hit. And then something like Fireball, to deal which is a medium or high damage spell, such as Lightning or Fireball. Now these can be really good. Fireball can take out almost an entire wizard. Fireball and Zap combo can, but that would give you a negative elixir trade. But I'll get more into that later. Now, you can switch to the heavy spell for something such as, like, Freeze, which I will do in this instance. Because Hog Freeze is a really good synergy, meaning they work really well together. Now, another thing you're going to want is a card that does heavy damage to air troops, such as the Mega Minion and the Musketeer. I will throw in the Musketeer for this deck. Now, you're also going to usually want some sort of like splash damage that can also hit air, such as the Fire Spirits or the Wizard. In this case, since I'm trying to make kind of a cycle deck, I'm going to be using the Fire Spirits. Also, you tend to usually want like a Swarm card such as a Skeleton Army. I like to have the Skeleton Army and the Tombstone, because the Tombstone can not only draw Hog Riders to go and attack them, but also can be used against things such as Elite Barbarians, which people... So the Elite Barbarians will attack it, Skeletons will come out, they zap it, and then you throw your Skeleton Army, which has more skeletons and can do more damage. And last but not least, you kind of want another like support troop. So in this case, I'm going to be doing Actually, no, I'm not gonna do the Ice Spirit. I'm going to be doing the minions. Okay, so it's not a cycle deck, but it's still a cheap deck. Now, this is kind of an example of like a deck you might see. Now, while there's no real super good tank, which can be a problem, the Hog Rider is the tankiest thing you've got. Like, if you're going to switch up this deck, the best thing you could probably do is switch out the Tombstone for something else, such as the Bowler. Which, you know what, in this case, I actually will switch that out for the Bowler. So now I've got a good tank. Ignore that. Anyways, another thing, actually, let's see. Is there anything else? So yes, other examples of good combos is the Executioner and the Tornado. Because the Tornado will suck everything into the middle, and the Executioner will hit everything that's sucked into the middle. So yeah. Now, I'm going to get into a trainer battle here, and just show you, actually no, I'm going to get into a match here. Now, I'm probably not going to win this, mainly because I'm not used to this deck, and some of my cards are kind of lower leveled. But, anyways, so, usually when you're rushing, you want to take into effect that, like, for example, the bowler can't really hit air units, so you're usually going to want something to deal with that. Now, you see how I placed the minions to attack the miner? That is because, oh, here, the Zap can reset the Inferno thing, too. So now, my bowler is still alive and can get hit off. That's another thing that you want to make sure you actually... You see, that was a bad placement because the second he dies, boom. That's something you want to be careful about. I'm going to place the bowler here just to just to knock back the princess. I'm going to place the minions again because those minions are kind of a swarm card. So just to take them out. Now, sometimes it's... Oh, I didn't realize this guy's level 11. Sometimes it's better to hold on to a card rather than playing it. Now, you never throw Fire Spirit or a Skeleton Army against something that does splash damage. That is the worst thing you can do. Anyways, I'm going to save this Zap. Okay, he's not doing anything. Now, I'm going to keep the Zap. Okay, I'm going to just freeze. And now the Hog Rider is going to do a huge amount of damage. Now, here's another trick you can do with the Musketeer. So let's say you want to get this arena tower over there. You can put in one of these 3 spaces, so that way he can just cheekily snipe that. Now, it's better if you place it kind of where I did, so that this King Tower doesn't hit it. And you don't usually want to place cards all on their own, because they'll just end up getting destroyed very easily. So, Hog Rider, minions, and then freeze. That's another that's a pretty strong combo right there. If they throw the Skeleton Army, the minions will take care of it. And throw something like Barbarians, the freeze will freeze them. And the Hog Rider will tank for the minions. So yeah. That guy, I think he must have disconnected. Now, I'm going to... Okay. So, I'm going to get into one more match and just show you stuff. So, the cards, it doesn't matter what cards you're using. It's just you have to know how to use them effectively. And those are the kind of, like, earlier were kind of the guidelines you usually kind of want to follow when you're building a deck. Now, here's the perfect time to freeze. Now, I'm going to zap those because that's kind of a storm card. Now, I'm going to throw a skeleton army here. Oh, he predicted that. That is something you want to watch out for. That is something where something like the ice golem would come in handy. And in fact, you know what? After this, I'm gonna... Okay, that's still there. Okay, I probably shouldn't... That's not something you want to do, is keep the giant skeleton or whatever, like, locked onto the target for that long. That was a mistake on my part. But another thing you could switch the boulder for is the ice golem, because then, let's say you put it right here on this side, and there's like a slow card coming over here. It will literally, that slow card will literally chase it all the way up there. Like, all the way up here. And basically, your crown towers will do huge work to it. Now, I'm going to just kind of, yeah, see? He tried to predict it, but it didn't really work out for him. Now, I'm going to zap that to prevent it from getting another shot off. Then, I'm going to throw my hog rider in a second once I get build up to 10 elixir. And since he's already used his arrows, I'm going to throw my minions. And I'm now going to freeze that. And perfect, I got his wizard too. So his wizard's going to go down too. Now, I only have to get a bit more on that. Now, I can just kind of spell that. And then hog. That was actually not the best. Okay, I'm gonna quickly throw that there. Yeah, I kind of lose on this one. I did make a couple of mistakes, but then again, this guide isn't to be perfect at the game. It's only just to get a general understanding on how to play a bit better. Now, the hog can actually jump the log sometimes if played at like the perfect time, but yeah, that's kind of hard to do. Anyways, so that's all for part 1 of how to clash for noobs. That's what I'm that's what I'm gonna call it. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please comment, share, like, and subscribe, and peace out.